then so they could all talk to me like this and make fun of me constantly. Because it's so much easier to be made fun of by a gay best friend than a straight woman. Because they're just fucking bitches. Like, I'd rather have the cuntiness of a beautiful gay man telling me to wash my possibilities than a cunty bitch of a woman saying, do you wash your possibilities? Like, fuck you.
No, yeah, it definitely does sound better coming out of a gay mouth.
It does. Funnier. It's always going to be funnier. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Because they can say it with love.
They can.
Yes.
That's why we love the gays. Forever and ever, amen.
Wake up. Welcome to the I Hate Critics 1995 podcast. Farewell to the Fleshy.
Oh, bad.
Subtitle. New subtitle for the show.
Like, I could literally pick my own toenails off after you said that. Like, I'm so.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's so terrible.
Like, everything is like, it's like you've taken like a fleshy canvas over everything. You know what I mean? Like, you just want to peel it off. I don't have blood anymore after you said that.
That's how David Cronenberg approaches all his movies.
Oh my
It's
God.
a fleshy canvas.
Who knew that you could add a Y to a word?
I mean, it's just Farewell to the Flesh is what the title of the movie is, and yet
Fleshy Farewell.
Turn it into a kid's movie. Fleshy Farewell.
That's not a kid's movie.
No, it's not.
That's a movie that our cousin Jeff would call us. I saw it. A Fleshy Farewell. Greatest gay porn of all time.
That one stars Todd Tony.
Oh no! Oh no! God. Oh, anyway, yeah, we fucking Candyman.
Candyman Farewell to the Flesh.
That's it. That's where it ends.
Yep. That's the movie. Thanks, guys.
Even though the movie really has nothing to do with flesh. Like, that subtitle is entirely meaningless.
It's true. I got to bring it up now so I can.
Like, I don't understand why they called it that.
There really is not any. There's not fleshness in there.
There's cutting flesh, but there's no like farewell. Like, nobody's saying goodbye to their flesh.
Well, no one was skinned. That's there was no skinning.
No one was cut from taint to torso, or taint to.
Oh no, it's groin to gullet.
Groin to gullet.
Groin to gullet. I was like, I thought about that the other day. I'm like, what did he say?
I thought it was taint to teeth.
Why? Well, I mean, why not? Why can't it be? You know, absolutely.
We were promised groin to gullet, and it never happened.
Groin to gullet. I thought it did once.
No.
What? Are you okay? Do you need a moment?
Did you recall a groin to gullet moment?
Tea in my mouth for so long.
I gotcha. We gotcha.
It just got close to groin to gullet.
Groin to gullet.
Yeah.
Groin to gullet.
Started somewhere in the abdomen, and then it did make it up to maybe here-ish, but it didn't make it fully to the gullet.
The hook got kind of stuck in a rib.
Oh. This movie, it's...
Ow, my chest hurts thinking about it.
I know. Okay, I never saw the first Candyman. So, and you really don't need to.
No.
Technically.
Because this has nothing to do with it. And in fact, it just kind of compromises a lot of things from the first film.
It's like Nightmare on Elm Street 2. It has nothing to do with the lore, except, you know, that one diary that the kid finds in his closet. That's it. And
which, interestingly enough, like the professor in this movie who gets killed he's the first dead guy. He actually is there to share his book that's about the first movie. So I mean, that's like they totally ripped off Nightmare 2.
Oh my God, yeah, no shit, that's funny.
He's the only character that returns from the first film other than Candyman.
And then we promptly kill him like right away.
It's like, oh yeah, you can't. Okay, bye.
Yeah. Candyman, not in Chicago anymore. That's where the first movie took place, is in Chicago, and it made it appear that he was in Chicago the whole time. And no, he was always slaving from New Orleans.
The great thing about Candyman is that you can take him with you wherever you go. You know what I mean? Like if you're on vacation.
He lives in your heart.
He lives in your heart. So just call him, in any bathroom will do.
or in the fleshiest part of your foot?
Oh, God! Like, some people hate the word moist. I think we've discovered a whole new upsetting word.
Yes.
Fleshy?
Oh.
Wow, I didn't know.
I feel like you've slapped me with that word. It's disturbing.
It does feel like a slap.
It does.
When it's said.
Like, I take it personally when you say that. That's the problem. It's a major problem.
That's why Subaru dropped it as a tagline. The fleshiest car you've ever.
You just imagine like getting into that car. It's very soft, but you don't know what's inside of it. That's the problem. You know? Could it be meat?
Is this real leather?
What? This feels is that skin texture? Oh, it's so upsetting. None of us deserve that word.
What is the
No.
there's a Danny and Drew video where they've got what was it, a meat tent?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's a meat tent.
It's a fleshy meat tent.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So upsetting. Like, where do you put it?
Viscerally upsetting.
It's so upsetting.
So the first Candyman had Virginia Madsen investigating the Cabrini Green place, the place where it was a very dangerous place in Chicago, and she finds the Candyman legend there. She ends up becoming Candyman by the end of the movie after he kills her.
Spoilers if you haven't seen the first. Come on, it came out in what, 89?
I think you're fine. Plus, this is about the second movie. We don't care about the first.
That's
one.
true.
Why'd you come here for the first one? No, she became Candyman. So this movie is like unexpectedly successful. It earns a lot of money on a very small budget. And they're like, oh man, we have got to have a sequel. So they called Bernard Rose, the director, and they're like, come on, man, we need a sequel. And of course, Bernard, in his idea was that he's finished Candyman.
Right.
Like he took the story, it was based off a short story by Clive Barker.
Right.
And adapted it. And, obviously it ends with Candyman dying and Helen becoming the new Candyman. And so he's like, well, I've finished that story. So I'll just go through here. I'll go through Clive Barker's collection and I'll find another Clive Barker story and I'll just make that Candyman. We'll make it an anthology. He takes that back to the studio executives. They're like, what the fuck is this? Where the fuck is Candyman? And he's like, well, I killed Candyman in the first movie. He's like, no, you didn't.
The hell you did?
So they fired him.
Are you serious?
They didn't fire him on the spot, but yeah, they're like, we're going to go in a different direction, as they like to say.
I hate when people say that. Just fucking say it. I'm fired. Just say it.
3 screenwriters and a new director later, we end up with Candyman Farewell to the Flesh, which takes the story to New Orleans. He's still a slave. Daniel Robitaille is still a slave who fell in love with a white woman, got her pregnant, was then had his hand cut off and was attacked by bees. They slather him with honey and he's attacked by bees.
Yeah.
To kill him.
I find that such an odd death. Like bees.
Yeah.
Why did anyone think of that?
Yeah. Why after you cut off his hand too? Like
the hand thing because he was an artist, so it was like to punish him. Because he met the girl. He met the woman
why
he
did
fell in
they
love
add
with,
bees to it? Like
the bees are just that's
just like you just throw them in there. Like maybe you need something more bees.
Yeah.
How about we do bees? Guys?
We've got this box of snakes. No, I think we're gonna go with bees, guys.
I could just shoot him in the head.
I could throw him in a pond full of killer fish. Nope, we got bees. Boxes and boxes of bees.
And then we've already used the axe to cut off his. I've got bees,
guys. I'm only going to say this one more time.
They're laying around. I have to use them for something.
We have to somehow find a way to justify calling him Candyman. And maybe if we make him sticky sweet, when he dies.
That's a reach. Like, when they said that in the movie,
Seriously.
I'd be like, Candyman, like, that doesn't make any sense.
No, it really doesn't.
Because honey's not candy. Honey
It's
is
not
honey.
candy.
It's like, it's sweet, but it's not candy.
Now, if they were gluing nerds to him, I would get that.
Beating him to death with Snickers, maybe.
Snickers.
Candyman.
Candyman. Oh.
I'm just imagining a bunch of children from very old times just throwing handfuls of candy at him.
Just pelting him with nerds.
What asshole would throw candy at unless you're in a parade, there's no need for that. Just hand me the candy.
What would be a good ironic candy death? A peanut allergy?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Honestly, remember the commercials when we were a little kid where, like, the Reese's peanut butter, like, one guy had a big old tub of chocolate in his hands.
You got your chocolate and my peanut butter.
You got your peanut butter and my chocolate. And then, like, they would come around the corner, like, one would be on roller skates, remember? Like, that would be an awesome death. Like, they like, you go to have, like, the chocolate goes into the peanut butter, but the person on the skates goes in the side of the car. Like, where's that movie? Give me that movie.
And then there's just some asshole standing outside, Candyman.
Candyman. It's like, but, I mean, no, this is a chocolate delight. This is really candy? I guess it is kind of candy.
I mean, when you think about it, like the peanut butter and the chocolate, a white woman and a black woman coming together like that.
Yeah. Well, there's your buddy cop movie right there. There it is.
Peanut butter and chocolate, and they solve crimes.
Oh my God! It doesn't. Don't make it a white woman though.
No, she's vaguely Asian.
Yeah,
white.
there
Like,
you go.
a white dad and an Asian mom.
Oh my God! Hey, make it racist.
That's half of the movies in Hollywood.
Oh yes, yeah. Well, there's.
But you know what we're missing from this movie, guys? Racism. Where's it at?
Where's the racism?
Where's it at?
Where's the blatant racism? Well, and again, I think that could have been an interesting story.
Wait, is it considered a race in New Orleans to have gumbo all the time? Or
oh my God,
from New Orleans,
the gumbo.
Are they considered a race? Or
it's so funny. Somebody came in last night because I was working at the Dollar General. And somebody brought up all this stuff, and they're like, yeah, I'm going to make my dad's famous gumbo. And I just started laughing so hard. And they had no idea what I was laughing at. And I'm like, gumbo. I could not stop referencing gumbo while we were watching this movie. One lady's even holding up like a tea kettle because she's putting tea on. And I'm like, gumbo? Like when she holds it up. Everything was gumbo. Everything was.
Like they're just having buckets of gumbo. Everybody's offering someone gumbo. If they're not already eating gumbo, they're being offered gumbo.
Yeah, or they're thinking about offering gumbo.
Because Lord knows we don't want anyone to forget we're in New Orleans.
It's my favorite. Like, to me, it's like, I love that somebody like me would have seen the movie back then, being from Iowa and going, yep, that sounds like New Orleans. That rich culture of just eating gumbo the entire time.
I'm not sure where we are in this universe. Want some gumbo? Oh, there it is! Oh, okay.
Gumbo
and boobs.
And boobs.
Just random people having sex in the street.
Oh.
See, this movie terrified me of ever going to New Orleans.
Nice.
Why? Because they said it smells bad and that everybody's having sex in the street and then gumbo?
Yes, there's just gumbo and sex, and I don't know what to do with either of that.
That's what I told you during the movie. Why not gumbo and sex?
And then I promptly threw myself out the window.
You like soup. Some people like sex. Why not? See, there's your chocolate and your peanut butter right there. Sex and gumbo.
No.
There's Marcy Playground song.
Just a penis caked in gumbo.
Oh, my God, yeah.
God, it's terrifying.
Oh, and now I just went all fleshy again in my head. Oh. Why do things look like things? I have no feeling anymore.
That's the fleshy penis covered in gumbo.
Yeah. And why are they weird? Like, like, like I'm upset now. Like a flaccid, fleshy, upset mess.
I'm gonna have night terrors.
And all of it is happening within a dancing funeral procession.
That's right. Which is how I always imagine those. Yeah. Everybody's got an umbrella.
Yeah.
You know, somebody just dancing down in the French Quarter.
And for some reason, this confuses Candyman so much he can't kill the person he's chasing.
Yeah, because he's not from there. Like, he doesn't have
He's from Chicago.
map.
This is so weird.
Yeah, like to him, it's like, I'm kind of a fish out of water here. You know? I mean, sure, you could take me with you anywhere. I will kill anywhere.
Yeah.
But
Say my name 5 times.
I'm just saying, I'm going to need more information about where you're calling me
I
from.
always thought it was 3 times.
I did too.
But it's
that's
5.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, maybe.
Beetlejuice is 3 times, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't say it one more time because we might,
then,
invoke him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I also did try, as we were watching this, to go into the bathroom and summon Robert Sheehan by yelling his name 5 times, and he did not show up.
Unfortunately, it was a failure.
It was a major failure, but next time I'm going to do it from my boudoir. First, I have to get one, though. I don't have a boudoir.
Why was he trapped in a mirror? Or what? Was he trapped in a mirror, or is he?
Was he a mirror? Because he broke at the end.
Shattered.
Literally shattered.
Yeah, so I guess he gets trapped like in his lover's mirror.
Yeah, like you do.
Like you do. Like that just happens when you're attacked
It's
by
happened to me several times.
when you're attacked by bees, by rednecks who call you Candyman and cut off your hand after you've impregnated a white woman. Automatically, if there's a mirror nearby, you get caught in it.
Yeah,
that's how that works.
That's how that works.
Yes.
Who doesn't know that?
I will say this too. Like as far as like him being the villain, he's not the villain. The white people are the villains.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, Veronica Cartwright is the villain.
Is the absolute villain. I'm sorry. I don't know.
So yeah, this is about Candyman's family.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Family man.
His very white, blonde family.
Summon family man. Family man. Family man. Who would show up?
Apparently his lover had very dominant genes.
Yeah. You don't get much whiter than these little towheads.
His entire bloodline is blonde white women.
Towhead.
I've never understood the term.
Yeah, me neither. Like, do toes have wigs on?
I don't know.
What? Let's look up. What is the etymology of towhead? Towhead.
That is strange.
What does that mean?
Let's find out.
Why would everybody...
Everybody has toes.
It says...
because
it's not even a toe. It's a TOW.
Well, yeah.
So a person with very light blonde or untidy hair. You little towhead.
But what about... What is TOW toe? Why does
toe
that...
Is like to pull.
Okay, here. Mental floss. Thank you, mental floss. Why do we call blonde kids towhead? Well, look at him. He looks like one. No, people aren't calling you blondies towheads. It's a towhead akin to a toe and a tow trunk.
Why?
It's to draw... What? What is happening? Okay. Mental floss has not helped us. It took the floss and put right through my brain and slice it.
Ask them what fleshy means.
What does fleshy mean? I have to type that in. I can't just talk to my computer like that. Okay, none of us know.
Why?
But yeah, no one knows the etymology of towhead. It doesn't make any sense.
Since foam, no.
Yep.
Its origin isn't quite clear. Well, thank you. But it may have derived from the Old Norse noun tow, meaning uncleansed wool or flax. Since those fibers used for textiles were light tan or golden, people co-opted them to describe light tan or golden hair. Also use flaxen.
I always thought it was because your
toes.
Your toenail was a little bit different colored, and then it was pink, and then the toenail is different color.
I mean, if you're a white person, that makes sense.
That's such a long explanation for you have to go to so many hoops for this one.
For this. And I had to go down 7 paragraphs to finally get an answer. Mental floss, you bastard. Towhead. I literally typed it in as a toe. Towhead. It's not. That's
the head of a toe. That's a whole different thing.
Anyway.
Yeah, his entirely blonde-haired white family that descended directly from him.
The Norse family. The Scandinavian homecoming queen.
He's like the great-great-grandfather of Veronica Cartwright's character, and it's like,
I don't see it.
I don't
see it.
So
no.
But,
I don't.
And so, but this leads him to want to have his great-great-great-granddaughter
impregnated by?
I don't know. That's the thing. What is his intention?
It didn't seem like he wanted it didn't seem like he wanted his bloodline to continue, because then he wanted to kill her, didn't he?
I mean, eventually she would have to die, right?
I think
he wanted to kill her at the end.
Well, I mean, I kind of did too. She was annoying.
But I don't think that would make sense. I thought that the logical one of this would be to have it so that his bloodline continues. That's like a thing. But no, I don't understand.
Was it going to impregnate impregnate her himself? But then she was already pregnant.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I don't know what he wanted from her.
Well, okay, so I'm looking this up, and then as far as on a website, what they said was, decades later, a disappointing slasher sequel is full of important lessons. This is on inverse.com. What are
the important lessons of
I was going to ask you,
from this,
what did you learn from this first?
Black men become trapped in mirrors.
That's true. Okay.
I learned that New Orleans is just sex and gumbo.
That's true. That's true. I guess this so father to son, step backwards, a remarkably progressive story, and it pushes the Candyman. Okay, we already know that, slasher territory. So that's it. That's the article. It says, it doesn't say what the lessons. What are the lessons?
They don't know either.
Well, okay. The whole thing with Daniel Robitaille, his vengeful spirit was tied to the land, and a victim of racism became the new boogeyman to a largely black community whose suffering was ignored by the other. Well, again, I would hope you would have some semblance of knowledge of slavery before watching Candyman Farewell to the Flesh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the real sad lesson here is the internalized racism that makes them a boogeyman for the black community. They didn't do this to you.
They didn't do this to you.
It was the white people that did. Kill the white people.
Don't kill us.
Kill some other white
that are horrible.
For some reason, everybody in this neighborhood knows Candyman, like they've been haunted by him.
Yeah.
Except some people don't conveniently know, because they go to watch the professor deliver his thing, and this is new information to them, and everybody thinks it's a myth. So he says the Candyman's name into the cover of his book 5 times, because his book has a silver Mylar cover.
Yeah. So you
mirror-esque.
Can say it. Maybe that's also kind of a social commentary, because think about it. It's some of us are sitting around heavily depressed by the state of our country right now. And then there's other people just going, you want to go for brunch? Maybe that's what we're just kind of looking at in this film. Is people there's stupid people who are living blissfully ignorant lives. And then there's the rest of us that are in a torture chamber in hell right now, which is where we are.
Makes you wonder what the professor thought happened to Helen. I mean, because he knew Helen.
Yeah.
He's apparently aware that she died in the Candyman myth. But but apparently he doesn't believe the myth is true because he then goes and says Candyman's name 5 times.
Yeah.
So what was his book about? Just a bunch of black people burned this Helen lady to death in front of a crowd. It was weird. Like in the Candyman universe, there's a woman named Helen who a bunch of black people in Cabrini Green just watched burn to death. And she did save a child, so maybe they were like, maybe that redeems her. I don't know.
I feel like I shouldn't be laughing that hard at that. That's funny though. Yeah,
you know, it's really funny. There's a guy named Matt Clark who plays the boyfriend. He's the famous chef who makes all the gumbo.
Oh,
his name is Matt Clark, but do you remember his character's name? Matt Clark as the character Alright Thibodeau.
Nope. Nope. Did you hear that name? No.
I think I did. I think I blocked it out.
No, because that's not real.
No, that was the voodoo guy. Actually, I apologize. The voodoo guy gets his head slammed through the wall.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thibodeau.
Honoré Thibodeau, a.k.a. Matt Clark. Timothy Carhart plays Paul McKeever. Is the famous gumbo chef.
Yeah, because I was going to say that his last name,
who dies horribly.
Yeah. Oh, and I liked him. Like he was bringing some food to her.
Well,
she
chose to say Candyman 5 times in the mirror. I mean, had she not done that, the movie doesn't happen.
Okay, but to be fair,
her brother, Ethan Tarrant, played by William O'Leary, is accused of the Candyman murders because he was there when the professor got killed by Candyman, and that they think he's killed other people doing this because he keeps saying that Candyman did it.
Oh yeah,
because their father had been killed by Candyman.
Right,
that's right. What I enjoyed was that he, the one that they unjustly accused, was in many episodes of Murder, She Wrote. So it was nice to see him in this film.
So they're also like, he's also like targeting them because they lived in Candyman's house?
Yeah.
Or they lived in the house that's on the plantation where Candyman was a slave. See, nobody thought about any of this bullshit.
Nope.
No one thought for 10 seconds to make any of this shit make sense.
No.
And yet you're telling me that I learned a lesson? I didn't.
The lesson of this movie is bullshit.
Why does this feel like bullshit to me?
It almost feels like they didn't plan on making this movie at first, and then they slapped something together to get a sequel. Oh, wait a minute. That's filled with all sorts of lessons.
Well, I know what I walked away with, and it was just a headache and a lot of pain. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend this film.
The director of this movie is Bill Condon, who goes on to direct Gods and Monsters.
Yeah.
Directs Dreamgirls, Chicago.
Yeah, he's a noted director.
And he made this.
Well, it feels like you just kind of showed up on a Wednesday and said, yeah, I'll do it. That's
It's
cool.
like, I'm not doing anything. I suppose, sure.
It's true.
So there was much controversy about a poster that was used for this film, used to advertise the film, that you cannot find anymore. I looked everywhere for this. But apparently it was during the time of the OJ trial, and it was a picture of a black man stalking a white woman, and it was seen as controversial.
You think?
Oh, dear.
What a time to pull the bullshit. Wow.
I looked everywhere to find this poster.
You still haven't found it?
I couldn't find it. I could not find it.
I think that somebody has to check the dark web yet.
But I found also no truth to the rumor that OJ was offered the role in the original Candyman before Tony Todd.
Seriously?
I found that is. I think that's an urban legend somebody made up.
I mean,
because I found no information about that whatsoever.
It's weird because OJ was actually not a bad actor.
Nordberg.
Well, and then First and 10 before that.
T.D. Parker.
T.D. Parker. No one remembers that.
No.
No one would remember.
No one remembers the fact that on that show he beat up his wife.
Oh my God, he did.
That was a plot on First and 10.
Wow.
His white wife, too, I should point out.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
Life
what he did in real life, was that a tribute to that?
Oh, God. He took too much of T.D. Parker home with him.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? I can't get rid of this character. Wow.
OJ's extraordinarily method.
He's... We're in so much trouble right now. Why? Why? Why?
Why?
Why?
Well, the show's been canceled.
Look, I think we're okay.
Who wants some gumbo? Huh? Who wants some gumbo?
I've got a gumbo recipe for you right now.
Everybody take off your pants. I got some gumbo.
Gumbo. Onion.
Terrifying.
Beef stock.
That's how MJ hears New Orleans in their head now. It's just everybody take off your pants and have some gumbo.
Oh my God, yes.
Terrifying.
I've got sex and gumbo.
Terrifying.
Oh. So when I show up at your house with a big old pot full of gumbo, are you going to turn it down?
I'm going to run for the hills.
I've never had gumbo. I have no idea what it is.
It's just
It's
soup.
like a soup?
Yeah. It's just basically
Is it a hot soup or a cold soup?
It's a hot soup, and it has like sausage in it and stuff. It's really damn good.
The Russians have the cold soup, right?
No, that's the Gestapo. You're thinking of gazpacho.
Well, is gazpacho? Where's that from?
In Italy.
Italy. Yeah.
Yeah. But the Gestapo loved the gazpacho. That's gonna be my next tattoo.
Isn't it weird how you tie things in your head together?
Yeah.
I swear I saw a Bugs Bunny cartoon. It was like cold soup was associated with Russia for some reason.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like sadness, bleakness. How we all view Russia, really. How Russia views Russia, I'm sure. Why is gumbo called gumbo?
Oh, tell me.
Well, it's called that because of its African origins. The name gumbo comes from the word gombo, which means okra in several West African languages. The dish was originally made with okra as one of its main ingredients. See, you did learn something from Candyman. Well, I mean, sort of.
Indirectly.
Yeah. And tune in next week where I will have made some of this gumbo, and we'll see how it tastes. I'm sure it's going to taste like a white woman made it. So, there it is. Disappointing, just like everything else.
Farewell to the Flesh is a disappointing gumbo of a movie.
Yeah, one might call it that.
It's a Roger Ebert headline for it.
Are you serious?
No. It's a disappointing gumbo of a movie.
Oh, be great though. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, none of it makes any sense in the end. Like, why this family? Like, why didn't he just kill that woman when he had the chance?
Right.
Like, what does he want her to do for him? Keep going. He wants to perpetuate his revenge further. Why can't he do it himself? Why does he need this family? Well, so why has he been targeting the Black community? Like,
hey, there's a lot of why. Like, he could have killed her several times.
Yes.
Yeah, and it feels like in a movie like where there's a chase scene with the person's kind of running slowly, for the scene to kind of pad it out a little bit. That's what this was. Like, it just kept. Just kill her.
Well, we did have an idea for that, though, that he had a very busy schedule.
That's right, because he would start into these chase scenes and just shit, I got a thing.
That's right.
Oh, man.
I'll catch you later.
I gotta fuck off. I will find you. Ha ha.
Right.
I'll see you later.
How about
Candyman.
Tuesday?
Oh, yeah. Nope, that's not gonna work for me either. I need to go back and look again.
There's a couple scenes. There's just more than one scene in this movie where it's just like Candyman just stops going for somebody and they're like, all right. He's like, okay, I got a thing. We'll talk to you later. He just shows up. He'll have a chat. Like, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to gut you chin to chin.
Gullet. Groin to gullet. Which almost sounds like it's like a slogan for your restaurant. Come on in, it's groin to gullet.
Oh.
Or probably gullet to groin, right? It would make more sense if it's going in the gullet or down the gullet.
That's why I call my gumbo. Gullet to groin.
Gullet to groin.
My gullet to groin gumbo.
Oh, God. That just sounds like food poisoning.
Or gullet and groin, and becomes a whole different thing. I cut out your throat and your groin and put it in the gumbo.
Oh,
no.
Oddly enough, I did see a picture that looked like that, too. That's wild.
Oh, man. Did I ever tell you my horrible, what was it? I went to some Italian chain restaurants.
Oh, I know this story.
So it was this, like, one of them, Olive Garden, I think.
Yep, it was.
And I ordered this spaghetti and meatballs.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of bringing me spaghetti and meatball, they brought me spaghetti, 2 meatballs, and a hot dog.
Well,
it was an Italian sauce.
Italian sausage.
Yeah.
2 hot dog, two meatballs, an Italian sausage.
And they were definitely set up in a way that looked like cock and balls right on his pasta. You were so upset. You were just like, why?
Why? What did I do? Like, all I did was order the spaghetti and meatballs. I didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything. I just remember you being so mad about it. And I'm like, wow, dude.
And I was with my friend Melissa, who just could not stop laughing. Could not stop laughing. She's snapping pictures of it.
Oh, my God. That's right, because I got one. I got one. Somebody sent me that.
She could not stop laughing. And they totally denied that they did anything. They said, this is just how it's totally normally served.
You don't see the cock and balls on my pasta? Look at my cock and balls on my pasta. Fucking dick.
There's genitalia on my...
This is clearly genitalia dancing on my noodles.
I was being gaslighted. I was being gaslighted by Olive Garden.
You were.
Oh.
But you know what? It's over.
Oh,
no. It didn't hurt you. It won't hurt you again.
I couldn't eat it.
If you would have brought that Italian sausage home, I would have shoved that down my gullet so fast.
And it wasn't homophobia. I just was like put off by just put off by the fact that he did it. That's all.
Yeah. Like, you know what you did. Don't lie. Don't lie. Wow. That's great. That's a great story.
So the classic on the other podcast was the movie Party Girl.
Yay!
Which doesn't turn 30 for another couple months, but fuck it. Jeff wanted to talk about it. It's been in the news recently because of Parker Posey getting positive reviews for The White Lotus, I believe. And so people
Piper, no. I love the way, if you see that on like Instagram, you're going to say, Piper, no, in the way that she says, because Parker delivers lines in her own way. No one delivers a line like Parker Posey. Period.
So tell me about your first experience of Party Girl.
I think I was drunk. Yeah, because it had come out, I think, a couple of years after we graduated from high school.
It was 1995.
Oh, was it 95? Okay, so it was the year I graduated from high school. I don't remember that. No, I know what I meant to say. I didn't see it for a couple of years until, because again, I was legal to buy alcohol, and I was flipping channels, and it was just starting, and I'm like, God, Jeff talks about this movie all the time. I need to watch this, and of course, I loved it, but I still have like weird memories that were not there. I don't even remember it ending the way that it ended. I thought it was a lot more bleak, but I was wrong. So, and I absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved it. It's so, like, I would have fancied myself her if I didn't live in Iowa. You know, I was going out to every gay bar that I could and just having a fucking blast. But I definitely was not Parker Posey. I romanticized myself as her. I liked how she was.
You pointed out that this movie is timeless.
It is.
I mean, when you look at the fashion, this fashion could exist today. Probably still does.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and now, I mean, again, 90s, the whole look has come back around. And everything that she's wearing, there's a reason why they're designer and vintage, because they always work. I mean, she's talking about like Gautier jackets, and she had like a whole, I think it was a Louis Vuitton outfit on. It was green. Like, just, you're looking at this stuff, and she just makes it, like, effortless to look, like, trashy but perfect. And then, of course, everything she says is trashy but perfect. I love her. I love her. I love her.
MJ, what was her order at the falafel place?
I do remember it. It was the falafel, hot sauce, and then side of baba ganoush and a seltzer.
There it
Nicely
is.
done.
Yeah.
There it is.
For those who accuse MJ of not watching the movie.
Well, to be fair, you did say you were going to quit him. So I know fuzzy enough. It's like, okay, listen. Every time she says it, take it down.
And she did say it like 40 times throughout this movie.
Yeah.
It was a very popular order for her.
Not just her, like one other person ordered it.
Yeah,
too.
somebody else got it too. Same thing.
Makes you want to try it more than the gumbo, that's for sure.
Gumbo.
Oh, gumbo.
Yeah, I'd much rather have Mustafa's falafel than Candyman's gumbo.
Mustafa, who never acted again after this.
Really?
That actor played this movie and nothing else.
I quite liked him. Understated.
Yeah.
And a good actor. Like, that's weird.
Yeah. Never acted again after this.
I kind of like that, though. I like when people do shit like that. Like Gautier, when he put out that one record and then fucked off. And it was a great record, like, all the way through. It was a really great record. And then he's like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. And then he just leaves. Do that often. Like, I think that's wonderful. I think that's beautiful self-preservation. You leave a classic, and then you just go away. That's it. Go Mustafa.
So, MJ, what was your take on the movie?
I thought it was interesting. It was a lot of there was a lot going on, and sometimes I did not understand.
Not big on party culture?
It was entertaining, but the closest thing I've seen to party culture is whatever the hell Brie does. So it's not the same.
It's definitely not the same. No.
That just involves a lot of rednecks and drinking?
No. A lot of squatting and drug dealers. That's it.
Trap houses.
Trap houses. Say what you will. Some people have those decorated beautifully.
They know where to put the feces on the wall.
Some people save that for the bathroom at trap house. You don't know. I mean, it's still going on the wall. It's just where it should be in a room, dedicated to feces. Trap houses.
You've never had the experience of picking up a friend or family member from a trap house. Have you even lived?
Have you?
Have you lived?
That's true.
We've all done it.
We've all done it.
Every one of us.
We've all been there. All the times you guys have picked me up in the last 5 years.
Exactly.
Well, but I got lost. And then you knock on the one door that happens to be a trap house. You're kind of fucked after that.
No, you're kind of like Moss. You just tend to go to the wrong place.
It's usually me. That's usually me.
I wouldn't go in the trap house, but I was like, I will drive past the house, continuing to move. If you can get through the door of the car on my way past, then I will give you a ride home. That's about as close as I'm getting.
It's usually the smarter decision than walking up and knocking on the door. It's an awkward conversation.
Excuse me, Mr. Trap House. Is my friend here?
If not, I would like to try that black tar heroin that I've been hearing so much about. Just one black tar heroin, please.
What's it that Parker says in the movie? I would like drugs that my children will still be feeling.
No, that my children will grow gills. Brilliant. Fucking brilliant. God. I think that was the other thing when I first saw this movie, because again, I was like 21, and I remember thinking, I gotta get my shit together. Because and she's so serious about becoming, a library, going into the library science, and you believe it. You can see her, she's like, I know my life is kind of frivolous, but like she never really says that.
Mhm.
But you definitely could see that she's like, okay, I need to get my shit together. And I really felt that. That really spoke to me back then.
Well, and what's, that's interesting about that is that the Dewey Decimal System speaks to her in that way because it's like a way of viewing life in a very specific order.
Right.
Which is exactly what she needed, which makes it a really terrific, smart metaphor, and not one that's really very overplayed because nobody goes out and says, "Oh, it's your life. It's just like the Dewey Decimal System."
Yeah,
now.
Like that would be like a Nancy Myers movie.
Exactly.
You know?
We need to repeat this 4 or 5 times, so just to make sure everybody understands the metaphor.
And then like the tagline is like, "Love is a system." Whatever. I don't know. Fuck Nancy Myers movies. I don't know.
No, but she likes the orderly quality of working at the library,
right.
And finding, being the person who can find the thing that everyone needs, which is kind of what she was doing as a party planner in the first place.
Yeah.
She was just providing the experiences that everybody wanted.
My favorite scene was the one where the lady at the library comes up to her and asks her about the twins books.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was fucking brilliant.
A really good scene.
I love that moment. What a great moment. And you could see notice the shift change in wardrobe for her.
Yeah.
She's softer looking. She, not as ostentatious. And just the smile on her face, like she's fulfilled. I really thoroughly enjoyed that moment. A lot.
Parker is great at that, and she doesn't change the character like so much either. Like it's not this big pronounced change. Right. She's still the same. She's still got the same attitude and the same approach to life. She just has this very specific talent that she's discovered.
Right. And there's something about her that's, I think, quintessentially New York. The attitude, the sort of entitlement to a perfect life, a great life.
Yeah.
But she doesn't overdo it. It just works for her.
Jeff and I were talking about how she seems to view her, before she finds kind of the library stuff, she's kind of viewing the rest of the world as NPCs. They're just kind of
just kind of like you're not really real. You're there.
Way.
Yeah. God, you talk about main character. She's literally that.
This was way before anybody had main character syndrome. She was way out of the curve on that.
Good for her. I do love that. Oh,
have you heard Jeff's story about meeting her?
I'm sure I have.
So Jeff was in New York, and it was Pride, and he was going around, of course, to various different gay bars, waiting for his boyfriend. And Parker Posey hit him with her umbrella, and he just turned around and said, "Parker Posey, you hit me with your umbrella." She was very nice, and she apologized. But that happened 3 times that night.
Oh my God!
In 3 different places, and she was very cool. They ended up partying together.
Oh, I don't hate that story. I don't.
Pretty great story.
Yeah. I mean, it'd feel really good if she'd hit me with an umbrella.
I wish more celebrities would hit me with umbrellas.
Agreed.
It's much better as Jeff tells it, which is on the main show, which is why I won't go too deep into it. But
yeah, go to the main show.
The main show to get that.
We're just a sister publication that no one listens to because we're women. Wait, no.
Because I'm a woman.
No one listens to me.
You're a woman, they're non-binary. I'm a man. How the heck are we going to get along?
The sitcom you didn't ask for. That's funny. That's funny.
A cis man, a woman, and an NB. How will they ever speak to each other?
I don't understand you kids and your pronouns and your penis pasta. I don't understand.
Penis pasta.
Our photo should be us just standing back to back, just like
this guy. Right? Am I right? This guy.
MJ's got their back turned. The audience not looking.
This asshole.
He's always got to be different.
that just fake flustered look. It's like, I love that. That's probably my favorite emotion that no one has ever had. Unless you're a white mother from the Midwest. You kids, boys will be boys. Fuck off, Joan.
It's always Joan.
It's always Joan. Jesus, Joan.
Joan is the much quieter, more judgmental version of Karen.
That's
she's
true.
she's very judgmental, but she doesn't want to get arrested.
Joan is super passive aggressive and will guilt you into everything.
You know Joan hates you, but she's not going to be out there like slamming an umbrella into your car.
That's exactly right. She just gives the cold shoulder and will not offer you coffee when you come over.
She'll bail Karen out of the jail.
Oh, yeah. Well, because that's her best friend. They grew up together.
Yes.
I may not like what she does, but I will defend to the hilt the right to do it. And then, whatever.
Joan, the insidious power broker.
God, finally somebody says it, Joan. Fuck off, Joan.
Man. Joan.
Joan is our enemy on the podcast.
Joan's going to start showing up in random places.
Except for Joan Osborne. I love you, Joan Osborne.
Oh.
You make amazing music.
Yeah, no one talks about you enough, Joan Osborne. What if God was one of us?
It's a great album.
No one asked that song or that question at all.
Mm-hmm.
So, something I need to ask. Do you want to choose the next movie or should I?
No, you go right ahead.
Well, here's our choices.
Oh, boy.
All right. We've got Dolores Claiborne, starring Kathy Bates.
Dolores.
Wrong, Dolores. We've got this one. See, I liked Adam Agoyan. We have Exotica.
Oh, damn.
Starring Mia Kushner, which I don't know Fuzzy would make it through that one. 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. You know it's going to be good. It's like Party Girl. It's an independent film. Adam Agoyan has done a lot of really cool shit. And then we've got, obviously we've got Major Pain starring Damon Wayans.
Didn't we see that movie? It was called Renaissance?
Yeah. 29% on Rotten Tomatoes. And what is this one? Oh, Tall Tale with Patrick Swayze. And that is 48% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yikes.
Is anything sticking out?
Anything Major Pain?
Major. I think if we watch Exotica together, that might hurt you.
That sounds like it might.
I think a lot of it's set in a strip club.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like it might be painful.
Yeah. Okay. So between Dolores Claiborne and Major Pain, which one?
Major Pain.
Major Pain.
Sure.
See, get it? He's a major and he's painful. He's a major pain.
He's a major pain.
Major Pain with Damon Wayans next week.
Wow.
I almost didn't get the pun.